Hi Virgo, here's a general look at your solar chart for June 2010. Now on the 7th of June, Mars enters your sign after spending many months in an inward, private area of your solar chart. In some ways, you've been working quite hard with a lot of thanks probably. On an astrological level, this has been very much about karmically finishing things off, finishing off a huge cycle of evolution in your life, or many lives in fact, and completing, tying up loose ends on those sorts of levels. I mean, in practice, you may have just felt like you've been working hard, looking after business, maybe in a very behind the scenes sort of way. People aren't really appreciating how much you have been putting into something, and you're having to put aside your personal desires at times on behalf of the bigger picture, you see. Maybe you've been working through healing channels, spiritual ways, to assist in the common good in some way. But as I have tried to remind you, you needed to look after yourself as well during that time. So personally, this has been a time of introspection and perhaps some emotional turmoil, because you've been through perhaps a confusing labyrinth of events, but my goodness, you really have been very guided and protected. And as those of you who've been listening have felt that kind of guardianship, protective energy around you, and it's been a very good time for you to have followed your intuition. Now, with Mars coming into your sign, well, that's a very different kettle of fish. It's going to be there until late July, and during that time, you're going to emerge from your shell and start feeling clear about things. It will be like that will manifest around you, that clarity. You're probably going to be getting a lot busier. Others are going to be busier as well, and maybe, more demanding. There will be more for you to do. But you yourself will get this Mars stamina now. You'll get this Mars wave of physical strength and energy. And I think that you will be able to take decisive, firmer and positive action now, or rather from the 7th of June. So Mars energizing your sign, and depending on where you're born in the sign of Virgo, it will be influencing early Virgos more strongly as it first comes in, and then you'll find that grows and grows over the month and into the end of July. So you're going to be feeling more physically energetic overall, I think, and more confident in yourself, and you will begin a more go-ahead period. You could be a bit rebellious as well. You could be a bit confrontational. You could be putting your foot down more, Virgo, because this clarity is going to be coming in now. So definitely a favorable time for business links, career goals, any strategy which can improve your status. So reputation, presentation will be more on your mind at this time. And until the 14th, new contacts are likely. Social life looks pretty friendly, and you feel support there, I think. Old friendships, making new friendships, networking is very strongly highlighted, all communication activities, anything progressive, anything a bit out of the ordinary, anything sort of like complementary or alternative as well. Underpinning all of that, there is initially at least the hope of making a good impression, getting people on side in some way. Another manifestation of this energy is you developing a camaraderie, a kinship, a mental rapport with someone, make closer contact with others over the wires, perhaps, with those who mean something to you, or, around a subject that means something to you. Group-orientated activities are highlighted too, and you should feel supported by others in your tribe or some group of people working cooperatively with each other on this quite mental level. And then from the 14th, this type of dynamic activity is going to exist more behind the scenes, and maybe you'll be putting yourself out a little bit more, but nothing like what's gone before. Your ruling planet Mercury has been opening your mind to new vistas, new information coming in. That might be through standard education, that might be through other sort of more esoteric kinds of ways. You may be sharing or teaching this information with others, and that's going to be until the 10th. And thereafter, Mercury's vibration is going to put the mental focus into the professional area, centering around how you may improve image, presentation, reputation, and projecting yourself, your ideas in the best way you can to the world at large. Late Virgos will feel the pressures of Saturn, which is kind of making a brief final visit into your sign before it moves definitively on into Libra. For many, Saturn is a wake-up call, and harsh reality can force tough decisions. You'll feel more purposeful and serious for a bit, but you will need to be patient and persevering as your particular situation unfolds. However, from the 7th, I think you'll be really getting behind that, because you'll have Mars in your sign. For all Virgos, there could be an uncertain feeling around debts or resources shared or dependent upon another, but also, there's going to be more opportunity here. There could be a fresh influence that comes in that helps you make the most of what there is available, and for you to capitalize in maybe quite surprising or unusual ways if you pool with somebody else. So on the one hand, maybe you're not going to have the overall say in the situation affecting finances, a partner's well-being maybe, or your own emotional comfort zone. But on the other hand, even though the tables are turned, and maybe turned more than once, there's likely to be an opportunity to get things on a better footing one way or the other due to these fresh influences coming in. And it's about time things started to turn for the better here, isn't it? And I think they're going to. So you should begin to feel more stable within, emotionally, just the very beginnings of it over the month of June. And also, a relationship could grow more intimate for many of you, or, on a business level that could bring financial benefits, but also you could be quite a sociable kind of financial business sort of arrangement as well. Now, from the 21st, friendships, group connections, other contacts, they're going to be highlighted, they're going to be important, and it will bring you a real sort of stronger, more cohesive sense of community with others, and you should benefit from the input of the group mind. Well, that's it for June, and if you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too, because that can throw another light on what I've said here, and I'll see you the next time.